Alrighty then. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, and sorry for the delay. Some technical issues, but I hope we got them out of the way. Hello there. It is I, your lead commentator Robert Ionescu, and here for around 12 of the GP2 2020 GP4 season. And yeah, 2 rounds to go only, and tomorrow could be the championship decider, though it's a very small chance of it actually being the championship decider. Aaron Curtis could take the title tomorrow if things line up his way, though it'll be quite a stretch. Uh, One thing to note, if Rahul Patel takes pole position today, the title cannot be decided tomorrow. There are there are a total of 62 points left on the table. After this race weekend, there will be 31 points left on the table. So for Curtis to be champion, he needs to have 31-point advantage at least over everyone else, which at the moment is very unlikely. Speaking of Rahul Patel, he's joining me today in the commentary box. Though tomorrow, I plan to have somebody else. He was going to do this today, but he said that he's not available today. Hopefully, I can get him tomorrow. I'm not going to reveal his identity just yet, but Rahul's here to fill in for today, so hello there, mate.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, nice. It's good to see you, mate. Now then, we're heading into here Laguna Seca, which was obviously a voted track, and you spoiled it to me a little bit, but I'm just messing around. And you're just messing around. We left it off; it was all right because you were looking at the votes. But what do you think of this track? Because you obviously voted for it.
Pretty exciting and also could be interesting as well. So and also
Yeah,
anything can
indeed.
happen.
Yeah, we're here in Monterey, in California, the Vertic Raceway Laguna Seca, in the United States. Just in case you didn't know what Laguna Seca is, but it's one of the greatest tracks in the U.S. at the very least. And yeah, we're not gonna have to worry about any chance of rain because we happen to be racing in a pretty hot desert. So then, yeah. Now then, before we get going, I'd just like to touch on the qualifying battle for the teams. First up, we'll go for Unai Virtuosi, where Hesperian has leads Rahul Patel 6-5. Then at MP Motorsport, Mohammed Usman Hamid has been beaten 8-3 by Ruslan Protsiuk. At Prima, it's 6-5 in Wallinger's favor against his teammate Andreoli. Then at our Grand Prix, it's another 6-5, Watzel having the advantage over Farina. At the HWA in their first and last season, Niklas Zorbak has already won the qualifying battle 8-3 over Alex Broster, and there's been another win 7-4 at High Tech for Max Skillen over Adam Chobot. At Trident, it's almost level. Aaron Curtis has a 6-5 advantage over Joel Warson. And yeah, next at Cherouz, Kyle Burns has been beaten 8-3 by just Frederick Soto. After that, we've got Dams, where Dennis Graf has also won 8-3 against Wojtek Kulisec. Then we have Carlin. It's 6-5 in Haminguen's favor against his teammate and Bruno winner Hentasonome. And finally, at the last team Campos, Gabriel Quintino has already won the qualifying battle 7-4. So yeah, that leaves just about 5 qualifying battles yet undecided. It's going to be quite entertaining, but I think I've blabbed on quite enough. Let's see the weather for today's qualifying session, Rahul. Are you excited to go out here on track?
Yep, indeed.
Joe says, watch it rain. Well, I'm afraid you didn't quite get it this time, Joe. Who knows? It might rain in the race or something like that. But in any case, it's time to get cracking here at Laguna Seca. Third time in 4 years that we raced at this track. After 1 year of the calendar, it is back and has provided quite some good racing. Most notably, first time we raced here in 2016. Yeah, 2016 it was, no, 2017 it was, sorry, not 2016, where the pretty dramatic moment with David Kupok, who was leading the race, having a big engine failure, which knocked him out of the running. I'm not even sure who won that race, but Benz Wallinger won the race the year after, in 2018. So yeah, quite some memories here from Laguna Seca. No, wait, Benz Wallinger won the race 2017, then he and somebody else won in 2018. I don't
It's
even remember
Bennett
that
who
too
won in
much.
2018.
Oh yeah, Bennett. Right, Bennett won
Yeah.
in 2018, Wallinger won in 2017, and Wallinger is out there on the grid. He was leading at Bruno for most of the early part of the session until he had a braking failure and was forced to retire from the lead. And Tosnama eventually took the win. But now we're back at Laguna Seca, and Mohammed Usman Hamid is the first one to go out on track.
Yep, indeed. Here he comes in the MP Motorsport.
Quick rundown on the championship for you, by the way. The top seven that I've spoke of so many times this season is within 31 points. That top seven is Aaron Curtis on 107, Rahul Patel 6 down, Ruslan Pratsuk a further 6 down, Adam Chobot 9 down, Jesus Pernian 3 down, Amin Guyan 2 down, and Luca Farina 5 down. Then Hento Sonome is up in P8 further 13 points down. To stay in the championship fight, there's only one requirement. You have to finish within 31 points of whoever the championship leader is going to be. So for everybody in the top seven, other than Curtis, to stay in the championship fight, they just need to beat him tomorrow, and they'll still be in it, most pretty much ignoring the bonus points. But enough of that. It's time to get going the first flying lap of the session. Mohammed, here we go. It's a nice run down towards the Andretti hairpin at turn 2. A long swooping left-hander. Carefully, don't go too early on the throttle. You don't want any wheel spin or anything like that. There aren't a lot of corner names here, so here we go for turn 3 under this very neat MotoGP banner. Then into the right-hander of 4. Almost 90 degree, but it's quite fast, and the exit is crucial. You don't as it launches you onto this run. Onto one of the most underrated corners of the track, this turn 5. You can get some pretty good acceleration here into 6, which is a very nice corner to drive through. Careful the gear shifts, of course, as you launch yourself down the Rahal straight and towards the most famous part of the circuit, the corkscrew. You have to brake and turn at the same time and downshift as well for good measure. But having yourself 41.6 in the middle sector. Here we go into turn 9 and then just 10 and 11. Careful here. We've seen some mess happen at the pit lane entry during races last time out. So yeah, you have to be careful. As turn 11 is all that's left, don't overshoot the brakes. You're going to regret it. And Hamid hasn't done anything to regret. Let's see what his lap time is going to be as he crosses the line to say 1 minute 7.7.
Indeed, we see the rest of the field. Quintino down, but Brennan goes to the top by 7 tenths.
Yeah, he
Goes into 1
smashed
minute
it.
6, but Burns smashes it by 2 tenths.
1 minute
Six, six, six,
6.66
six.
exactly. As Wojtek Kulisic is next to cross the line. He got some points in Brno, his best ever finish. Now he's third on the grid provisionally. Zorbach goes sixth only. Joel Warson is fourth. Lance Valniger is third. That's where Lorenzo Tomaselli is going what he's going to do. He goes P9 as Alex Brosser goes fifth. And because the championship leader is not on pole, he's in P4, beaten by Max Skill and Adam Chobot, two high-tech in front of him. As Luca Farina goes P4, just first Soto up next, he goes 10th only. Mas started second at Bruno. There's Graf went 5th as Henry Watzel goes 16th. Islam Prazio goes P8 and Henderson Nome goes P5. Bruno winner doing well. Harman Gwen only 18th, once again struggling in qualifying. As Rahul Patel is the penultimate car left to cross the line. Let's see what time he's going to set. 17th. Saturno Angioli is the last one. He goes 16th. That's the first one is done for, and they were done for pretty quickly, wouldn't you say?
Yep, indeed. So far, Burns on provisional pole at the moment with a 1 minute 6.666.
Flo, how many laps are we
Uh,
going to have tomorrow? The track seems, I don't know, it seems to be done faster than it was before. I don't remember the lap times being the 106s last time around. So how many laps are we going to have? 43, okay, right. Got it. Don't forget, after this, there's only one round left in Brazil. Keep an eye out on the team news because there is a chance some GP2 drivers might be announced at top class seats, of course. The team news will be out tomorrow. I don't know who's going to be announced. But if a GP2 driver does get announced for a seat, don't be surprised because there are some who have been having a very solid season and who are fighting for top class seats, of course. And yeah, apart from that, though, what else can I say really? Because this track is quite an entertaining one. I should talk to you about how many drivers actually left in the championship fight because 2 seasons ago in 2018, 47 laps, okay. But yeah, as I was saying, 2 years ago in 2018, we went into Laguna Seca with 20 out of 22 drivers still having a shot at the title mathematically, and it was also still a penultimate race. Now that number is a little bit lower than 20, but we got, let me do some map real quick. I think we got 13 drivers still left with a shot at the title, I think, yeah. Everyone, yeah, 14. 14 drivers still having no, not 14, my bad. My bad. It's 13. Everyone up to Dennis Graff still has a chance at the title mathematically, I believe. Of course, that number is going to go down even today, but do correct me if I'm wrong, as someone's gone out on track. It says Pernian who is in a very competitive third place right now. Exactly what he needs to do. He's 24 points exactly behind Aaron Curtis, so now time left in this championship hunt. If he wants to win it, he needs to put on some good performances. He retired at Bruno early. Was he wiped out or did he wipe somebody out? I think he collided with Prost,
Yeah,
was
he was
it?
wiped out. Yeah.
Yeah, but in any case, he retired at Bruno without even completing a lap. I think he is back for some vengeance here in the deserts of California.
Yep, indeed. And of course, he is fine for one of the top class seats, and hopefully, he can bring a result that could seal him one of those seats.
Well, in any case, right, it's time we get going with second qualifying lap of the day. I mean, second run. And I'll have you commentate for his lap, even if it is your own teammate.
Yep, of course, but also traffic's going to be a big point out because, of course,
There's
in the
Zor
first
back,
runs, in the first run, who's yep, who's that? Hamid
was
nearly got caught up by one of the Premas. Meanwhile, Brennan's already started his lap. He's already through turn one, now turn two. Nice
just
and
want to touch
easy.
that Kulisevich and Broster at the exact same lap time.
Yeah, indeed. Yep, they are. As Brennan, he's not up and he's down 2 tenths on his personal best, and he was not far off Burns' quickest first sector. Now we go into sector two through the Rahal straight. He's another two. He's now 4 tenths down and half a second down on Burns. So it doesn't look like he's going to improve, unfortunately for him.
That lap is a total write-off. Dino Henderson may stayed in the pits, but he will get fourth run. This track is very quick.
Yeah, indeed, and he is closing in on one of the high techs. And Brennan crossing the line, he doesn't improve as expected.
6 tenths
Six
of
tenths
his personal
down.
best. No
Yeah,
surprise, really, but we need to jump to the next car who might be on an improvement. And it
Quintino
is double
improves.
Quintino's 17th.
Yeah,
Up next is who else is up next? It's actually Luca
Farina.
Farina, but he's down right now. He's in P4 at the moment, which is where he needs to be considering he's 31 points and then Curtis, which is that cursed cutoff. If neither Farina nor Curtis get any points in tomorrow's race, then Farina would still be in the championship hunt, but by the nick of his teeth. Or what's the expression? By the nick of his teeth or by the skin of his
Tomaselli in
teeth? Skin of his
first,
teeth.
goes 18th.
Yeah.
Valiga
Gallagher
goes
goes
fourth.
third. Hamed goes 13th in the meantime. But yeah,
Goes fourth,
if Farina
sorry.
and Curtis both retire tomorrow, Farina will still have a shot at title in Brazil. But you need a perfect weekend, both fast lap and race win, and for Curtis not and everyone else not to score, of course. So yeah, Farina just needs to do as well as he can here. Joe Watson can't improve. Harman Grant does improve, though he goes up to 6th place, finally breaking his qualifying duck as Patel improves into 11th. Grant's had a bad run of qualifying lately, but now he's top 10. I think he'll be very happy with that as Zorback can't improve on that lap. Last time it has 3. Watzel, though, improves to go up to 5th place just in front of his teammate. Curtis can't improve on that one, and neither can Skillin.
Yep, indeed. You did make an error on Valiga. You said he was third. He improved to fourth. But
Did I say
yeah.
third?
I
I was
think you
kind of the
might
fourth.
have accidentally said third. But speaking of third, Graf goes to third.
Yeah, indeed. And we are sure you went to third there. As Watzel said purple sector 1 that was on his in lap, so it's not going to mean anything. Hummingway is also going green right now. But as I said, he's on an in lap, so. And these guys in GP2, they aren't exactly allowed to do two flying laps consecutively. You do one, you come back to the pits, then you go out for another run. And you do that whole thing 4 times. Or 3 times if you run out of time.
And at the moment, crucially, the 6 drivers that are inside the 31 point mark are ahead of Curtis, I think.
Well, yeah, Curtis is down at P15. So as long as these drivers don't get beaten by Curtis tomorrow, no matter what happens, they'll stay in the championship hunt, at least mathematically. But I'm sure they don't want to think about just the math. They want to go get out there, grab as many points as they can. Big traffic jam in the pits, but Hentosunum is out on. What are you doing? Can people hear you? Jesus, Flo. Well, Flo said he's doing a test to check if OBS works, but I really hate it when he talks to us out loud because we don't know if you guys can hear him or not. So yeah, I don't hate that, of course. I mean, I hate having to respond to a conversation you guys don't get to hear, but you get to hear my response. We can mute that out, you know. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, the OBS thing works. Let's get back to Hentosonome going out on track for the third run. Actually, it's his second run because he didn't go out on track for the second. This is his second run, but once everyone else goes out, it'll be for their third runs. So, Rahul, if you want to talk to me about Hento, because his breakthrough race was definitely in Bruno there. There are a couple of fourth places early on in the season. Bruno, he's really found something else, bruh.
Yep, indeed. It showed that the overcut actually worked for at Bruno, and he took advantage of it.
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest pace in the first stint. He was getting swarmed by Warson and by Patel and the others, but in the second stint something clicked and he went maximum overdrive and there was nobody catching him. Senome was incredible in the second stint and that's what gave him the victory after he jumped everybody. He jumped them and pulled in front of them from good measure, quite substantially. Who knows, maybe he could have even got Vollinger if Vollinger didn't have that brake failure. But in any case, Hento is about to begin his second lap for a run overall, and yeah, this session is definitely gonna end before time runs out. As here we go then. The longest run on the track, probably the main overtaking opportunity. Turn 1, flat left hand kink. You don't really think too much about it, but you do think a lot about this Andretti hairpin. That curb invites you to take bites of it, but you need to be careful and then maximize your exit towards turn 3. Get a nice clean line on that corner, don't overshoot it, because this track can be very punishing if you do. We don't want to end up on the stand. Therefore, it's a little bit faster. Sonoma is just come purple in the first sector. Turn 5 is a nice braking spot. Just make sure you brake a little early so you can get on the throttle as quick as you can, as third 6 can really hurt you if you go wide. And that wasn't a problem for Hento. And now onto the Rahul Straight, which Flo said will rename to Rahul Straight if Rahul retires there tomorrow. And Sonoma has lost some time in the middle sector, but he's still up 1/10 on himself. Now the nice run in the corkscrew is now he's gonna go in towards turn 10. 90-degree right-hander, not much of a challenge to it, but he's really taking off curve there on exit, almost dipping the wheel into the sand. As now to turn 11, nice and early on the throttle, use the most you can of that 39 speed, and Sonome goes up into second, great lap.
Yep, indeed. Patel will start his lap, so does the HWAs. Brennan, he's
He's way
still
down at the
down
moment. Well, I wouldn't say
again.
way down, but it's still down. Doesn't matter if you're down by 3/10 or 3 seconds. If you're down, not gonna improve on your position, and I think you want to do that, even if he's in good position right now.
Yep, indeed. As now he
Meanwhile,
comes around the
Durst and
final
Watzel
corner.
haven't gone out yet. We'll expect one of the two to go out shortly. And Watzel has
Lots.
just done that, so Curtis will be forfeiting this run. We'll get a later one at the end. As Farina up next, after some people not improving, he doesn't either. Hamid is starting the lap as is Joel Warson. Lance Waldinger, the first ever Laguna Seca winner, is finishing his lap right about now. He is staying in P6 because he didn't improve on that one. Tsunome is going even faster, but just a little bit of a problem. He has to come into the pits. It's his end lap. Rahul Patel is also going faster. Looked very confident there on the exit of turn 10. This could be a solid improvement from the Indian driver. Let's see where he's going to end up. He's in P12 right now, but that could very well change as Patel crosses the line to put it into
Second.
second place. He's on the front row. As Zorbak is next to cross the line. This could be an amazing lap. It's only up to P11 though for Zorbak. Broster couldn't improve on his lap. As Tomaselli, unlucky for him, he can improve. Harman Guyan doesn't improve either. And
Lots was
up
on the
next is
lap.
Max Gillen.
Skillen. He couldn't improve. Andrioli.
He
He
is
goes
down in
only 20th.
20th, I'm afraid, but just Frick Suto is also on an improvement from 18th. He's gone up just to one place. Burns, the personal postman, stays there. As Vojta Kulisic, he doesn't improve on that lap. Ruslan Pratsiuk, he can improve either, as a matter of fact, even though he was up in the
Ahmed
middle
didn't
sector.
improve.
No, what about Warson? He is currently down in P19, and he can improve. Neither can Dennis Graf. And who else is out there? Not a lot of people actually. Did Pratsuk made a mistake? make a mistake perhaps?
Oh,
No, he was just
yeah.
massively impeded by Gabriel Quintino as coming into the pits, took a very strange line on the
And
approach to the
Watso
lane
is
entry.
Watso is on a lap as well, I think.
Meanwhile, his teammate Farina just caused a small traffic jam of just two cars impeding the Prima there. Yeah, Watson lives on the lap there, so he should be the last one in this run.
Yep, indeed. At the moment, he's not improving. I don't think he was compromised there. He had normal speed. He was like 200 miles per
I
hour
really
for
don't
that.
think so, but the improvement is unlikely. He crosses the line and it's not gonna happen. A second down.
Yep.
It's quite bad if you lose a second. A track this short, as the two HWAs, in their last season, of course, before they get replaced by VAR, they themselves having replaced Arden a season at the end of last season. So yeah, HWA have been in it for just the 1 year, and they didn't exactly shine in that 1 year, I'm afraid. But Amersfoort Racing will be joining the tier from next season, as that Prima of Androli is being wheeled back. His teammate just spawned in the garage, at the garage there. Some interesting pit lane this is, and his car has just been lifted up into the air, but the
This is
mechanics are
coming out.
invisible.
No, it's Sinanome who's out on track. I thought it was Curtis.
Well, still got run to spare, as will Curtis and one other guy whose identity we don't know yet. But yeah, Sonome is up in P3 and it's looking really good. Even if he doesn't improve on this next upcoming lap, he is in a very good qualifying position. He could still win the championship, don't forget. But if he wants to stay in the championship hunt mathematically, he's gonna need to outscore Curtis this weekend by a total of 13 points at the very least to
And
get
also
to
the
get
fact
within
that, oh,
that 31-point window.
yeah, but also Patel is in second, so he'll have to outscore Patel by I think less than 10 points because I mean he is 6 points behind, so I'm
I don't want
guessing
to do
7 points more.
I don't want to do all the map for everybody. I'm just doing it in relation to the leader because yeah, that's the
But you
most
never
points
know.
anyone has right now. And Sonome is starting his lap, third lap of the day, forefront for everybody else. There's an HWA going out on track right about now, but Sonome's missed it. He won't be having any traffic on this one. Patel's just gone out, and Sonome takes a very confident line into turn one, but a little bit worse on exit into
No, he
two.
had to
The
slow
inside second.
down. He had to lift.
Yeah, he
That's
was
bad.
impeded. Don't think this lap will be an improvement. He's got one more left. Aaron Curtis also has one more left after this flyer. And I think this one needs an improvement. His championship lead is at risk. It's only
Sum
6 points, and his main rival, well, he has a lot of rivals, but his main rival is up in second on the grid right now. Curtis, let's see if he can run his lap. He doesn't
He's
get
just
impeded by
a
his own teammate,
teammate.
thankfully. Yeah, he emerged just in front. But let's see if he can hook up the lap together.
Yeah, the question
The first
is,
sector is quite short. Let's see his time. He's actually gone purple. This is an amazing lap.
well, he's up by a tenth, but it depends if he gains time more in the middle sector.
Depends on his personal best, but sector one is very short, like I said. So let's see what he can do here. On the run up towards the corkscrew on the Rahal straight, it's a blind apex downhill corner. He's not purple, but he's doing very well for himself right now. 2.5 tenths up. He could find himself in a very solid position, depending how much he can gain in sector 3. Might find himself in the top 10 or even better than that. Let's see what Curtis is going to do. Very fast into turn 10, and then braking hard for 11. I've never seen anyone so confident on the brakes this session so far into that corner. Here goes Curtis finishing his lap. Where is this going to put him? It's going to put him in second,
Second.
just in front of Patel, and that's a big one.
Yep, indeed. Meanwhile, Farina, he's not an improvement. He doesn't improve. Brennan doesn't improve. His session's over. Same with Farina.
Yep, those two
Skillen, he's
guys
on
that
the
got the
gap.
trigger of Magnus to their names. That's their session done. And I'm sure they won't be too happy with that, considering Curtis is up on the front row. Skillen doesn't improve, but Contino does. His session is over. Valen goes up to the pick 5, which is for
Suto
Suko. To end
on the
his session
18.
improves, but stays in 18. Vahupatel up next. Can he get back on the front row? Will he have to sell for third? He will have to sell for third there.
Tomaselli, 19th. Protic on a lap. Broster doesn't improve.
And Torback can't either. Checker flag is above their names. We still got 10 minutes to spare, and a lot of people are done with this session already. Adam Chobot is up next. He's up in P6, And let's see what the Slovak is going to do about it. Can he improve on this lap? No, he cannot. So he'll be starting P6 at the very best. So yeah, Joel Watson is up next. Can he pull off a massive improvement like his teammate Aaron Curtis did? Or not? Let's see. Watson is about to cross the line, and what is he going to set? He's not going to set an improvement. Wyman Gwyn, he's gonna have to start 11th. Once again, missing out on the top 10, but he did better than he did before. Kyle Burns can improve. What about Santino Andreoli? You can either. Burns stays on provisional pole for now. You have Wojtek Kulisek, though. You might be able to take it away from Burns, you know. Can he do it? No, he
Only
can't, but he's
10.
going to be the top 10.
Yep.
Watch for Ruslan Project, though. He's on a flying lap. He was impeded on the previous one, but this time he can finish the lap. And let's see what the Russian driver is going to do. The worst place championship contender stays
Was
there.
he compromised again? I don't know. I mean,
And
he
he has
wasn't
the
far off
same lap time
Tomaselli,
as
but
Gabriel
yeah.
Contino, just so you know. The exact same lap
Again,
time for each.
yeah. Both of
But
them couldn't improve.
But this is a disaster for Ruslan Project. We have to look if he has impede or not, man.
Yeah, but first we have to look at Watso. Meanwhile, he's not an improvement.
Just
And
note, Hamid stayed in the pits, so it's him. Tsunami and Curtis will get another run. But I really want to take a look at what happened to Project. If he got impeded again, that's just the worst luck.
at least he's outqualified his teammate. That's a good thing. Somewhat, I don't know.
It was Tomaselli there. I want to see how far he was up. Flo, can we check his middle sector split? Because I want to see how far up how much he was up.
He was up by 4 taps. Yeah, he lost a lot of time. And look how far he was.
That was gonna be a pole lap, and he's gonna be absolutely raging. He's gonna be absolutely raging on Lorenzo Tomaselli for that one. I can tell you that much. Ruslan Protiuk is great day pissed right now, I think, and I wouldn't blame him. He could have put his car on pole, but now he's gonna have to deal with himself starting 16th, and the only two guys ahead of him in the championship starting second and third.
Well, actually,
I definitely wouldn't be happy if I were him.
I might have jinxed Protic since he is ahead of his team, but Hamid does have another run. So it could be a big blow. Well, but Curtis and
I don't think
Hamid will be on another lap again.
I don't think he cares how well he does in relation to his teammate, considering he was very close to going purple in the middle sector. He was having a massive improvement. He very well could have put that car on pole with that lap, but unfortunately we'll never know. It's quite a shame. But traffic has ruined his session today, Ruslan Protiuk, and I think he's going to be extremely angry and motivated to prove something tomorrow and try again for the win.
Yep, indeed.
Quite a major twist that was, as Santos Sonome will be beginning his fourth and last lap. Only 3 cars out on track, so he's not going to have to worry about any traffic or anything of the sort. We don't have any game sound for some reason, but in any case, here goes Hento. He's on the second row of the grid. Let's see if he can get onto pole. Here goes his lap. Confident, of course, in the straight, nothing much to fear. Into the dirty hairpin, braking nice and late. Oh, but it looked like he understeered a little bit mid-corner. That could harm his second time there. As he approaches turn 3, went a little early on the brakes, didn't seem too majorly confident. To 4 though, he looks a little bit nicer with the throttle. He is down on his own personal best by a very narrow margin, but he's still doing better than Burns in sector 1, which means Burns' real strength was in the other sectors. Into 6, nice and composed. Maybe he left a little bit of time on the table, I don't know, but let's check his sector 2 split. He's actually down, he's lost 2 tenths there. Might not be able to improve on this one. He had an okay run in the corkscrew, but you can tell this lap wasn't the greatest. And once again, he hesitated there on the run to turn 9. Looks like he lifted off just a little too early, and I don't think this lap is going to be it. Hento's going to have to settle for P4 in the grid tomorrow, as he's found a miracle in the last sector, but let's see. Hento Sonome to finish off his session. He's not going to improve on this one. He's lost even more time. He's lost 30 tenths.
Curtis, he couldn't improve either. He stays in second. And Hamid, he's very unlikely to improve.
Who can take pole
at the moment, keep going.
Yeah, he's still going.
And yep, that session over. Burns on pole.
Yeah, for the second time this season, Kyle Burns is on pole. having a very good session, that's for sure. And that pole position and the 4 bonus points that go with it means he's moved up to P8 in the championship ahead of Hentasonome. So yeah, quite a good showing for Burns. He was on pole at Spa, now he's at pole in Laguna Seca as well. But if there's anybody who will be pissed off with that, it's going to be Ruslan Proitz, who could be absolutely fuming that traffic took away a chance for him to get pole. And Curtis did the best he could, and he'll be in P2, hoping to defend his championship lead. He can
Oh,
still clinch the title tomorrow, but he's gonna need a whole lot of luck for that. I don't think he wants to clinch the title tomorrow. I think he just wants to clinch in the very end. So, Curtis, watch out for him. He's gonna be a monster come tomorrow's race. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do the very best he can. But I think his rivals are up to the challenge.
also, just to point out, Graf. This confirms that Graf and Watts are out of the title hunt. It's only 11 left, and then it'll be reduced after the race tomorrow.
Yeah, so only half the drivers still have a shot. Those being Curtis, all the way down to Warson. The top 11 in the
Also,
championship, which has seen one third of positions, with Calburn is moving from 9th to 8th, and Tsunami dropping down a place. Yeah, we still got 4 minutes left on the clock, but we're just gonna skip to the end. And fun thing, I only just noticed now, thanks to Joe typing it in the chat. It's an American on pole, so the home crowd quite happy with that in California. So yeah, Cal Burns, no idea what state he's from, but in any case, the American fans can be really happy with that one. Burns on pole.
yep, indeed. And of course, he's had a big turnaround after what happened last season.
Indeed, he wasn't even supposed to be on the grid, but some things happened, and Charuz offered him a last-minute drive, and he took it, and he definitely made good
Devil
on it
up.
on his left line. What?
Basically, he had the devil up, of course.
Yeah, indeed. Well, here we have the qualifying results. It's Cal Burns on pole. He's not exactly in the championship hunt per se, but he's have a very solid season. And who knows, he might yet remain in the hunt mathematically if things play out well for him tomorrow. Aaron Curtis joins him on the front row. No bonus points for him today. No, I'm sure he wanted those 4 points, but he was just 7.5 hundredths away from those 4 points. He's gonna try to gun for 25 tomorrow, no doubt. But he's gonna have quite a lot of competition. Rahul Patel in third, and Tosunome in fourth, Mens Wallinger fifth, Adam Chobat, another one of the title contenders in P6. Behind him is Dennis Graf Hesperian, another fellow title contender in P8. He'll be hoping for a good finish, of course. And what's up P9, Wojtek Kulisic P10, Luca Farina, another one of the frontrunners in the championship. P11, he needs to finish ahead of Curtis to stay in the championship fight tomorrow, so he might drop out very well. While the rest,
Yeah. P12, we have another championship contender, Hong Min Nguyen. In 13th, we have Nicholas Zorberg. P14, Max Skillen. 15th, Alex Broster. 16th, Gabriel Quintino. 17th, another championship contender, Ruslan Protsik. 18th, Joseph Frederick
no, Protsip
Suter.
is ahead.
Yeah,
Protsip
he
is ahead.
was.
He set his time first.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Protsik 16th and Quintino 17th. So yeah. And Suter, of course, 18th. Lorenzo Tomaselli will be 19th. Hamid will be 20th. Watterson 21st, and Andreoli 22nd.
Yeah, indeed. Quite a very entertaining session there with loads of surprises. And Cal Burns has set the devilish pole lap there. I mean, literally, look at his time, 1 minute 6.666. But in any case, very entertaining qualifying session it was, and we'll have to see if Cal Burns can convert that pole to a second win of the season tomorrow. He won in Austria when he didn't take pole. He started second in that one, I think, or he started in the front rows anyway. But now he has taken pole for the second time. He didn't win at Spa from pole, but Spa is Spa. Pole never ends up leading into the first corner there. But yeah, Burns took pole for tomorrow's race. He's got those 4 bonus points into his account, and he'll be hoping. I don't think he cares much about the championship hunt. It's always a very long shot when you're in his position. But I think he'll definitely want to put on a good show for his home fans tomorrow. So make sure you tune in with us, guys, because it's going to be quite a spectacle, lads. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow for the penultimate race of the season. Until then, see ya.
Bye.